Attention Canadians, new U.S. border policy might get you banned. Canadian travelers heading to the United States need to be aware of a significant change in U.S. border policies that could result in being denied entry or even facing a lengthy ban. This new rule, which has already raised concerns among frequent travelers, imposes stricter compliance measures that Canadians must adhere to in order to avoid complications at the border. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. For decades, Canadians enjoyed a relatively open and seamless experience when crossing into the United States for tourism, family visits, seasonal work, and short-term business. Whether it was snowbirds escaping harsh winters, tech workers attending conferences, or families visiting loved ones, the process was straightforward. Canadians could enter without a visa and stay for up to 6 months without much scrutiny. But as of March 2025, everything has changed. New 30-day registration rule for Canadians. In a significant policy shift, the Canadian government has updated its official travel advisory, warning citizens that they must now register with U.S. immigration authorities if their stay exceeds 30 days. This rule applies to all Canadian travelers, regardless of the purpose of their visit. The warning is not merely a suggestion. Failure to register after 30 days could result in detention and prosecution for misdemeanors, fines and deportation proceedings, potential bans from re-entry ranging from 3 to 10 years. Why is this happening? This shift in policy is unfolding under Donald Trump's second term as U.S. president, where immigration enforcement has become even more aggressive. The crackdown is not limited to undocumented migrants or asylum seekers. Countries historically viewed as trusted allies, such as Canada, Germany, and the United Kingdom, are also facing stricter border enforcement. Canadians who once believed they had automatic 6-month access to the U.S. are now finding out that these assumptions no longer hold. Whether you're a retiree escaping the cold, a digital nomad temporarily working from the U.S., or visiting family for an extended period, staying beyond 30 days without registering is now a violation of U.S. immigration law. How does the 30-day rule work? If you're planning to stay in the U.S. for more than 30 consecutive days, you are now required to register. This requirement applies regardless of whether you were verbally told you could stay for 6 months. On day 31, if your stay is not properly documented, you could be flagged as overstaying, a violation that can lead to severe consequences. This new rule affects snowbirds. Thousands of Canadians spend 4 to 6 months in warmer states like Florida, Arizona, and California. These long stays, especially when entering by land, now raise serious red flags. Remote workers, digital workers setting up temporarily in U.S. cities, even while working for Canadian companies, may be viewed as having immigration intent if they exceed 30 days. Students, short-term certificate or exchange programs lasting over 30 days require careful compliance, as they no longer fall under the 6-month grace period. Family visitors, Canadians with close U.S.-based family members who often stay for extended visits can also face unintended violations without registration. The I-94 system, your key to compliance. The I-94 system is at the heart of this new policy. This entry and exit record, maintained by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, logs details such as date of entry, status of admission, visitor for pleasure, business, etc., authorized length of stay. For air and sea travelers, the I-94 is typically generated automatically. However, for land border travelers such as those driving their own cars or RVs, the I-94 is often not issued unless specifically requested. Without this record, there is no formal documentation of how long you're allowed to stay. To avoid issues, Canadians staying longer than 30 days should apply for an I-94 online before traveling or request an I-94 at the border crossing after entry. You can check your I-94 status online through the official CBP website. If it's missing, act immediately. Ensuring this record exists is now your responsibility. Border officers will no longer remind or inform you. What happens if you don't register? Failing to register after 30 days is not just an administrative oversight, it's a violation of U.S. immigration law. Consequences may include misdemeanor charges leading to monetary fines, lengthy detentions or deportation proceedings, travel bans of 3 to 10 years, depending on the violation. Even for Canadians who rely on U.S. access for work, medical care, or family ties, the consequences can be devastating. There have already been cases of travelers from allied countries like Germany being detained for failing to comply with these protocols. Who should be most concerned? While this rule applies to all Canadian travelers, certain groups should be especially vigilant. Snowbirds, long-term visitors entering by land must request an I-94 or risk being flagged. Remote workers, tech, media, and design professionals who work online while staying in the US are at risk if they overstay. Students, short-term programs lasting over 30 days now require formal registration. Frequent business travelers, regular travelers attending quarterly meetings or site visits risk scrutiny if their trips appear too frequent or lengthy. Impact on cross-border industries. The consequences of this policy extend beyond individual travelers. Entire industries that rely on cross-border movement are being affected, including agriculture and construction, sectors heavily dependent on seasonal and temporary foreign workers. Healthcare, Canadian professionals regularly cross the border for training, collaborative research, and temporary staffing. Technology and entertainment, creative industries that rely on flexible, cross-border contracts may face operational hurdles. Restricting Canadian mobility, even unintentionally, disrupts these sectors and strains professional relationships. Canadian government can't help. One of the most dangerous misconceptions is that the Canadian government can intervene if things go wrong. This is not true. Canada has made it clear that it cannot influence US immigration decisions. If you're detained, charged, or denied entry, Canadian consular officials can only provide limited assistance such as helping you contact a lawyer or family members. They cannot stop deportation or overturn a travel ban. Coming soon, exit tracking at land borders. To make matters even more complex, the US is rolling out full exit tracking at major land border crossings with Canada. This includes biometric scans, license plate readers, facial recognition technology. If your I-94 indicates you should leave by a certain date, but the system doesn't show your exit, you could be automatically flagged as an overstayer even if you left on time. Errors in the system, missed scans, or glitches can still result in travel bans lasting years. The bottom line, proactive compliance is critical. Gone are the days of casual cross-border trips. Every trip to the US should now be treated with the same care and formality as entering a country with a visa. Canadians must take active steps to ensure their entry, stay, and departure are properly documented. Whether you're a snowbird, student, remote worker, or visiting family, the new 30-day rule means compliance is your responsibility. Be proactive and stay informed or risk being banned from the United States. As these new border regulations take effect, Canadians planning to visit the United States should stay informed and ensure they meet all entry requirements. Ignoring these changes could lead to serious consequences, including being barred from future travel. To avoid unnecessary issues, double-check your documentation and follow the latest guidelines before crossing the border. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.